just the way mates talk, isn't it? That's taking the piss out of each other.
How long have you known these guys?
All my life, really.
Give it back! Come on, Sloane. We can't play piggy in the middle of that piggy. Stop it, Ross. This isn't funny. Give me back my trousers. Not until you say, Jeremy Sloane, I'm a big fat fairy. No, Reggie, I won't say it. You better do what they say, Jeremy. I saw some girls playing skipping rope. They're going to see you in your pants. Please let them give me back my trousers. Sorry, Sloane. Good luck. Here, piggy, piggy, piggy. Stop it. I hate that noise. Oink, 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 oink. Oink, oink. Okay. I'm a big fat fairy. Are you happy? Think so funny, don't ya? Jeremy? Hello, Nancy. What happened to your trousers? Yeah, I promise. Here comes the piggy. It wasn't funny. I hate all of you. No, don't say that. We were just having a laugh. Yeah, you can't hate us. We know any mate you got. Hey, Sloane, you can have my ice cream. Don't want your stupid ice cream. Come on, it'll make you feel better. That's my boy. Here, you can have mine as well. I should have known years ago. Frankly, I'm not sure a night at the pub with your friends is how I want to bring in the 70s. Especially since they all seem to be stuck in the 50s.
Hey, that's not fair.
You've outgrown them, Jeremy. You know, you're smart, you're funny, you're full of potential, but you act like you're stuck in this rut. Never occurred to you that it's them holding you back?
It's they, not them. You know, you were talking about my friends. From what I've seen of your friends, I can't exactly say I'm crazy about them either. Not sure why you care anyway. It's not like you're my girlfriend, is it?
You're taking me back to my place, right?
Yeah. Where else?
Oh, good morning, Mr. Sloane.
Jesus Christ. Good morning, Mrs. Wyndham.
It's nice to see Mrs. Sloane's back home. Is her mother recovered?
How's that?
Mr. Sloane, she's back, yes?
Sorry, I couldn't hear you over the sound of a cuckoo clock going off somewhere. No, she's not back.
No? I'm sure I saw her pull up yesterday in a motor car and walk up to the house.
No, Mrs. Wyndham, you did not see Mrs. Sloane because Mrs. Sloane left me more than a year ago to find herself, whatever that means. I keep telling myself that someday she'll be back, but the truth, Mrs. Wyndham, is she will never be back, except perhaps to finalise our divorce. Shut up, Nigel, I'm talking! The person you saw at my house yesterday was probably Robin, a young lady I've been seeing, although now I think that's probably over as well. As for Mrs. Sloane's mother, well, that battle axe has never been sick a day in her life, and I imagine she will outlive us all. I have merely been lying about her mother because it is far less embarrassing than the truth, which is Mrs. Sloane has left me. Do you understand that, Mrs. Wyndham?
Why, dear, I've always known Mrs. Sloane left you.
Come again?
I heard the whole dreadful conversation through the wall.
I see. Then why have you let me continue this bloody charade?
I presumed it was very painful for you. And when you said she was visiting her sick mother, I just played along. I didn't want to hurt your feelings. And besides, I love charades.
I see. Well, good day to you.
Oh, Mr. Sloane, what are you doing New Year's Eve?
New Year's Eve?
Yes, you needn't be alone. My sister's stopping in, and we're going to watch the Hogmanay programme with Andy Stewart. You're welcome to join us. She's bringing over a lovely bottle of sherry.
Well, I will be spending New Year's Eve in the pub with my friends, Mrs. Wyndham. And if Robbie doesn't care to join us, then she can bloody well stay at home and play tiddlywinks for all I care. But thank you. Good boy, Nigel. the second quarter ledger on the Sexton account. I will need the mid-year P&L on my desk by Friday.
No problem. Hey, look. There's a free concert in Hyde Park this weekend. Pink Floyd, Tyrannosaurus Rex, Jethro Tull. Why don't we all get together this weekend and go?
This weekend? Yeah. No, it seems like a lot of bother.
You know what? All we ever do is sit around complaining how we've got to get out of this crap town where nothing happens. Meanwhile, London is on our doorstep and we treat it like it's another fucking planet.
Well, listen, firstly, you lot talk about leaving Watford, all right? I am perfectly happy here. Secondly, I don't know any of those pop bands that you just mentioned. And thirdly, Janet will never let me go, all right? She's on about how I never take her anywhere, so I can hardly run off to attend some blooming weekend orgy in Hyde Park with my mates now, can I?
I'm going to call the lads. Get on those Sexton P&L right away.
What about an orgy? Ross wants me to attend some debauchery in Hyde Park with bloody Pink Jethro and the Floyd somethings.
When you could be at home playing Gilbert and Sullivan records? How ridiculous. Can I just see you in my office, please, Jeremy?
Yeah, certainly.
It took a while to pin down, as there wasn't one single error. But it seems there's been numerous shavings of nominal amounts. £2 here, £3 there. Though when added together, it adds up to £580. Now first, I thought perhaps Ross had transcribed your figures incorrectly. When I went back to the originals, they matched perfectly.
I just don't understand it.
I was hoping and assuming that it was simply a persistent clerical error. But it seems that your accounts come up exactly £580 short. Now, that strikes me as more than just a coincidence.
Indeed.
Is there anything you want to tell me, Jeremy, that could explain all this?
I'm sorry, sir. I can't account for it.
Then believe me when I say this breaks my heart. I had such big plans for you, Jeremy. I'm going to treat this as if my own son had made an unfortunate lapse in judgment. I'm going to make up the £580 out of my own pocket, and I will not tell anyone why you've had to leave the company. On that, you have my word. You'll have to repay the full amount, but you can take as long as you need. Obviously, I won't be writing you a letter of recommendation, and you may not use me as a reference. I won't lie for you to potential employers. I think it's pretty safe to say that your days as an accountant are effectively over. Hope that whatever circumstances have brought you to this unfortunate place gets sorted out quickly, both for your sake and for the sake of your wife, Janet.
Biggest fun man this weekend because it's his mum's birthday, and Reggie's out on Saturday night with some new birdies. Sloane, are you all right, mate? What's happened?
I feel quite unwell. I'm going home.
Did something happen in Saunders' office?
I am going home. I'll see you later.
If there's anything I can do, mate, just let me know.
You look like you just lost your best friend.
Worse, I think.
What bad news from the doctor?
No.
Loved one ill?
No.
Well, then it doesn't much matter.
No, this matters.
I lost your job.
Yeah.
Accounting, is it?
Yeah. How did you know that?
Well, just look at you, mate. I mean, what else would you be now? So, what happened?
Well, it seems I made an error.
We all make mistakes.
No, not me. Not when it comes to numbers. It's the one thing I do right.
Don't you worry about it. Like me, I used to work in banking. Yeah, I walked away from it 15 years ago. And look at me.
Right.
You're missing the point, mate. You see, I'm happy.
You're happy or exceedingly drunk?
Being drunk makes me happy.
Well, that works out fine then.
Your wife will help you through this.
I don't know what to say to her.
Is she a good woman?
Yeah, I mean, I suppose she is, yes.
Well then, buck up, mate. She'll be there for you. That's why you married her.
You married?
How do you think I got this way?
What's going on?
Why are you at home?
Why have you got your suitcases? Where are you going?
I've left you a note explaining everything.
A note?
I know you're going to find this difficult, Jeremy, and it hasn't been easy for me either, but I'm leaving.
Leaving? As in, popping out to get a pint of milk, or as in leaving me?
You, Jeremy, I'm leaving you.
What are you talking about? After 8 years of marriage, without a bloody word?
I've said so many words. They just seem to fall on deaf ears.
I thought the taxi outside meant they were finally taking Mrs. Wyndham to the loony bin. I don't understand. This doesn't add up.
That's right, Jeremy. Life isn't a ledger where everything adds up in a nice, neat column. Not everything can be solved like a maths problem or a crossword puzzle. Not all couples have a baby on a timetable or check their diaries before making love.
Where will you go?
I'll be at my mother's until I can sort out what happens next. Please understand I've given this a lot of thought. My life has got to be about more than just shopping and cleaning and doing the wash and getting your supper on the table every night at exactly 6 o'clock and then staying at home while you run off to the pub or watching you fall asleep in front of the telly. I'm not saying this has to be permanent, but I need to take a little time off so I can
So you can what?
find myself.
What does that mean?
It just means that if I don't do this now, I'm simply going to die of loneliness. Sorry, Jeremy, I have to go.
Janet, forgive me. I didn't know you were this unhappy. I can change.
I've put tonight's supper in the fridge and I've been shopping, so you'll have enough food for the next few days. Please look after yourself, Jeremy. I haven't forgotten what we once had, and maybe I'll be back.
When you found yourself.
Yes. Goodbye, Jeremy.
Is there another man, Janet?
No, Jeremy, this has nothing to do with monotony.
Monotony?
I said monogamy, didn't I?
No, I don't think so.
Oh, I can assure you our marriage remains monotonous.
You just did it again.
What?
You said that our marriage remains monotonous.
No, did I? Goodbye, Jeremy.
I lost my job today.
What?
Nothing. It doesn't matter.
Thanks for filling in at the last minute, Mr. Sloane. My last helper took a job at the sewage works. Can't blame him for what